There's no point creating a 2,000 point checklist of things to do because no one's going to remember it in the heat of the moment. They're also not going to pull out their little checklist and go tick, tick, tick as they're going through that. But if you can have a few high-level questions or a few processes, maybe 10 to 20 questions that you have saved in your head, ready to go for when your customer is in front of you, then that's going to help improve the conversion rate because you're going to elicit the information in the right way. And remember to use open questions. Who, what, where, how, when, rather than closed questions like, is it true that you did this? Or is it true that you are after that, which is a yes or no? You can use both, and I highly recommend that you delve further into effective questioning, but open questions help elicit information. Closed questions help confirm assumptions. So you should be asking more open questions than closed questions, but sometimes it can be useful to use a closed question to make sure you focus in on that point. So, would you be better off with this product? Yes or no? Yes. Well, that's obvious. Okay, maybe we should go ahead and make that purchase for you. Maybe we should complete the sale. Now, we talked a little bit about objection handling. Now, I would recommend that you go and research the products that you're selling and over time build a list of common objections and then start to figure out some counters to that. For example, it's too expensive. Well, have you seen any other products on the market that can demonstrate that this is the more expensive option? And maybe they're not being measured correctly. Maybe the other product is inferior. Maybe the other product is on sale, which then means it is more expensive, but temporarily so, and that's not a usual pattern of behavior in the marketplace. Another thing that might be that, well, most people that have bought our product only had to do it once, whereas people who bought the cheaper product had to do it 2 or 3 times to get it right. So actually it's more value. So remember, you're trying to sell the value, not the cost. So that's one objection that you could handle. Another one might be, I can't afford it. Well, how about we put you on a payment plan? Or have you thought about getting finance? Have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? So it's just a way to break down those barriers and remove those objections. You might have to fight an objection around the size of the thing or some color problem or something like that. So maybe if there's only a couple of color options and they wanted this other option, and maybe just say, well, do you have an animal? Do you have a cat? Is there fur that's going to get on this thing? Well, it's going to hide better if it's this color as opposed to that color.